Have you ever seen Waterworld with Kevin Costner and Dennis Hopper? Or if you've ever seen Mad Max, then Buoyancy is definitely going to be the game for you. The world has been enveloped in water, and opposite of Mad Max, where there's really no water at all, Waterworld, the movie I think which inspired this game, is all about where Earth has been flooded, and people are building cities floating on the ocean. Hello everybody, good to see you back for more. It is fantastic to see everybody here for some more city builders. Thanks for showing the developers here some love, because they're going to need it. They're entering their pre-alpha of Buoyancy, and we'll get started right away with seeing what lies in store for us in this city building game. So as always, glory to Raptoria, and let's start our game. Buoyancy is a city building, a strategy game where you can build, manage, and move a floating city on an oceanic world, explore and scavenge resources scattered around the endless waters. Keep your villagers nourished and happy while combating fires, sickness, and pirates' attacks. Wow, look at that. You can see all the resources we have on the left side, as well as all the buildings available to build here, too. So we're going to start by building ourselves a scavenger, and we're also going to build a forger and a recycler, too, so that way we can gather resources around the ocean, as well as food. So, as I mentioned, we can also move the city, which is quite epic as well, and you can see everybody getting to work there. Very nicely detailed, this game. A lot of good details and a lot of good resources that we'll need in order to survive. A lot of interesting things that we can gather out in the water. Very excited to see it. Alright, let's see what happens now. Looks like we're using a lot of wood in order to build our stuff. We're going to have to build a storehouse soon enough. So let's see if we can move our town center. Then you can see all of our storage capacity at 600. So we won't need a storehouse for a while, but we will need resources. So let's get started and start moving. There we go. We're underway. Fantastic. The city of Raptoria is floating to greatness. And we're also going to have the possibility of picking up people, too, and possibly cannibalizing them. So what do you guys think about that? Fast food, right? Yeah, that's right. It's going to be like Wendy's and Arby's and all over again. Wow. We can also build buildings such as ranger barracks and harpoon towers and junk cannons in order to defend ourselves. So there is a military that you can build in this game, and you can surround your city with a fortress wall if you want to as you float along. So we're going to pick up all the resources that we can over here. Looks like a lot of buildings are getting constructed too, so that's good. But we'll need some more helping hands soon enough in order to get all the jobs done as soon as all these buildings are built. As you can see here, they're constructing now. We're going to need a lot of people to help us out. So it looks like the first thing we can grab here is a floating crate of resources. And the resources do vary. Sometimes it's wood, sometimes it's plastic, sometimes it's steel. Looks like 5 wood is washed up on the town. So essentially you just need to plow into it and you can gather stuff that way. Oh, there's some survivors over here and a destroyed ship nearby too. We can find whales and destroyed oil tankers, and we can salvage their oil or steel and things like that in order to produce more items. And look at all the stuff we can build. Evaporators and greenhouses. We can do farming, as I mentioned, the military, and even smelting too. So we'll get to that soon enough. We'll need to provide a few things in order to get that going. So let's place that down too, and that'll help us to refine metal as soon as we got enough scrap. I think we can make that from it. Construction materials for advanced buildings melted down from scrap metal. So that's one thing that we'll need to do. All right, looks like we have a raft that we can interact with. Let's go ahead and rescue these folks. Come on board. There we go. And then their thing disappears. Alright, let's go over to this trash pile. We can gather all sorts of random things from that. So junk is essentially turned into metal from the smelter, and it looks like we just need to provide some more scrap in order for it to be constructed. It's pretty cool. Now we have more people now working in the city, so we'll have more construction going on, and eventually those idle villagers will be busy when we've got more jobs to do. So let's head over to the trash pile and see if we can pick some stuff up. The tutorial for this game is quite decent, and a new villager has been born. Excellent. I've learned a lot from that first tutorial. Deep diver in order to search the floor for precious dirt. Interesting. There's also a chance to find crude oil too. Very cool. Bakeries and butchers where we can also slaughter survivors too if we're hungry enough. Yes, we can become like a floating monstrosity like the Borg Cube, and essentially yeah, oh, there we go. Nice bonus to gathering trash now. Okay, so now that the smelter needs construction, if we get some more scrap, we'll then be able to start turning it into metal. So if we find scrap, that'll be great. Looks like we're also still building this forger, too. And the fisher seems like it's done as well. It's just producing fish now. Good, we've got good seaweed and good fish to start with, but meat, bread, and beer are the more preferred things eventually. And we will need to watch out for things like happiness and nourishment, and then eventually hunger. We'll hang out here for a while as we produce some more scrap and hopefully find some more wood so we can start building the rest of these buildings. So let's speed up time a little bit, and let's look around, see what else is around here. Destroyed ship and crates. More resources. Looks like there's a floating city over there. Hermit's Landing is the name of that town. And we can trade with people, though we don't have much in terms of resources at the moment. There we go. The smelter is now complete. Excellent. So now we can start turning all that scrap into metal in order to build more buildings. So that's good. The trash pile still gaining a lot from that trash pile. That's good. Very good. Just like the channel YouTuber. Hey, Billy, you go back into your hut or cage or wherever you're coming from. You be nice. All right, let's go over to the resource thing over here. We'll abandon the trash pile now. It's been depleted. And we'll continue to gather resources. So pretty good, I must say. I do like this, and I can't wait to build a giant city. Hopefully we'll get there soon enough. Now that scrap can be turned into metal, we can pretty much build anything. We just need to gather it. So we'll just kind of have to come across things whenever. And it looks like this is waiting for input here. So I think we can tell it that we want it to produce something. Oh, it actually needs more wood in order to smelt, too. So we do need wood for it, 5 in order to produce. There we go, 10 wood has washed up. We're getting there. Destroyed ship, we should be able to salvage, yes. Salvage. We'll salvage for more scrap. That's what I meant. Scrap salvaging is scravaging, I guess. Oh, ooh, wow, we just plowed right into the thing. That's fine. We'll be able to... actually, we didn't plow into it. City movement was stopped to prevent collision. That would have been bad times. Okay, so now we can gather a ton of resources from this. Look at the amount of junk that we're getting. Fantastic. And the smelter's going full-time. Now, here's the problem with smelters is that the smelter and evaporator are both very dangerous as they are fire starters. So we'll need to keep it away from things like the greenhouse, for example. Let's see if we can build ourselves a... I guess when the time comes, we'll try to build an evaporator. It takes quite a bit of plastic, but we will need it because it is going to be needed for boiling water. And that's one of our first things that we don't need. We'll also need to build another fishery soon enough, but we'll get that in time. Looks like we're making a lot of good scrap. Oh, looks like we got some good junk here. Can be processed at a recycler. Most common product is plastic, but there's a chance for wood, scrap metal. Ah, okay, so we'll need to build that next too, is a recycler. So let's build that and see how that works. Looks like that also needs some wood and metal and things. So we can lay out the city. We will need these things. And they can build them at any time. Let's go find resources. So cool, instead of the people going out and coming back to the city, we just make the city move to the resources. Way better. Let's go find some more survivors. Looks like we have kind of a shortage of... well, actually, we also need more rowers to move this monstrosity. We'll need some more people rowing and more people gathering stuff. Driftwood pile is perfect, and we just got the rest of the metal that we needed. So that's good. That actually looks like plastic over there. I wonder if that's just a generic screenshot showing you or not. Like what happens to be there. In other words, if it looks like plastic, I wonder if it is plastic. All right, we're going to rescue some more people. Oh, we actually gathered 10 junk from the raft, too. Nice. Good music. All right, and the city's mass is 7 masses. So each one of these little things you built is called a mass, and it takes a certain number of rowers to make it. We can also make motors, which will eventually help to move the city, but we will need gasoline for that. And so that's going to be a big dedication to producing crude oil, unless we happen to find it enough. Well, that was great. I'm glad we stopped here. We're gathering a lot of good stuff for our city. Very nice. More driftwood being gathered. All driftwood immediately going right into the smelter. But no junk to be heard of or seen for now. Recycler is doing its thing. Good. And if we have more foragers, or scavengers in this case, it would be able to gather driftwood faster. But a nice bonus here is good. Evaporator has been built. Excellent. Now we have water. So that'll take care of some of the happiness and nourishment that our people need. It just needs to... essentially, water is always available, but it just needs wood in order to produce. So wood is definitely a big thing. I wonder if we can plant trees on our... Imagine that, having a tree forest on our... like a tree farm, I mean, on our thing. A tree forest, yeah, that'd be good. I'd love to see a tree forest. Very nice. All right, still gathering all that good old drift pile. Oh, and we're all out. Okay, time to move. Let's head up here then. We'll continue to look around for driftwood and whatnot. Looks like there's a school of fish around a destroyed ship there, so that would provide us with a lot more food. That would be great, but we need to make sure we can first basically make all basic resources. So we want to make sure that we can smelts scrap metal into metal, and we want to make sure that we have enough for plastic to be turned into, or rather junk to be recycled into plastic. And it looks like that's what the recycler will do as soon as it's complete too. Alright, looks like 5 metals washed up on the town center. So we'll keep rolling over this way. We can find things like kelp farms or forests on the underwater on the surface, and it looks like there's also a whale over here that has died. We can gather blubber from that. We'll need a butcher, and we can turn that into fuel and essentially power some certain systems that way. There's guardhouses and ranger barracks and harpoons and junk cannons. Big military aspect here in this game to watch out for pirates. So that's certainly important. We'll keep on going around hunting for more stuff. There's something up there, a destroyed ship with crude oil on it. We're not far enough advanced yet where we need crude oil. And there's plenty of them, so it's not too rare. Well, let's keep gathering those resources. Oh, I want something more than junk. Let's look around here. Destroyed ship. There's some floating resources there. And another destroyed ship. Good to gain all the junk that we need for metal. But it all has to be smelted down, of course. Everything's been exposed to the sea for a very long time. Alright, more scrap metal. Oh, there's good stuff over here, though. And another raft. Might be a good idea to start getting some employees soon. I think 8 out of 16 is what we need for laborers. So we might need more people on our raft. So we'll go pick them up. Imagine if you were on this little tiny dinky raft and you were waiting for somebody to come around and this monstrosity starts coming towards you. That's crazy. We need much more wood than this. We need to find another wood farm. Driftwood pile, I guess this is called. Alright, small raft, come on board. You collided with the survivor raft and sunk it. Excellent. We destroyed them. Oops, my bad. It's kind of weird because when the prompt comes up, I clicked, and you can still plow into them, so that's okay. I mean, it feels like it'd be the end of the world, but there's so many resources out here, it's just an RNG of whether or not they come up in time. Wow, well, we got a good number of plastic. I just need more wood now. It's all metal. Now this to me looks like it would be plastic. That looks like a bunch of floating plastic barrels. Let's see if it is. 5 plastic. Okay, so it does vary based off of what the appearance of the item is. So that's this floating crates. This is crates, so I hope it's more wood. 12 junk. There's a good debris pile over there, and there's a trash pile. We might actually want to go for that. Alright, let's head over this way. Happiness is, nourishment is falling a bit. Bread, meat, keeps your villagers nourished longer. Yeah, okay. We're going to keep on moving as fast as we can in order to find more resources. What we really need is a big pile of stuff. Driftwood pile like that over there. But there's a trash pile over here. So let's go to the driftwood pile. We certainly need that the most. There we go. Alright, we'll head over that way then. So, yes, with the rafts, you can also eat the people and turn it into meat. So that's kind of interesting that you can do that. Backlog with the jobs, but we have a few people who are idle. We have rangers, we have guards. Rangers are certainly very skilled. And will need to be trained at their own barracks. So other things in this game, as I mentioned, motors. I think we might be able to put down sails too. There's mills and bakeries and butchers and refineries, breweries and galleys, greenhouses, and other things that we can put down for platforms and such to extend our size if we want to build bridges and things like that. Alright, let's go ahead and start locking this down. See if we can start gathering from the driftwood pile. There we go. So mostly anything that's floating, if you hit it with your city, it'll start gathering it, but let's see. I don't know if the scavenger's actually working to gather extra wood at the moment. Or is it the forager? There it is, producing resources. So that actually gains seaweed. There we go. We want to put it in the driftwood pile. I can't actually get it to stop within the driftwood pile. with the scavenger inside the... I want it to stop right there. There we go. Perfect. All right, that's what we wanted. There we go. All right, folks. Yes, everybody is super hungry. We definitely want food next. But we got to keep on building stuff, too. Let's see if we can find a kelp farm or something. Or a school of fish might be important, too. Crates of resources. Everything's constantly moving and changing around us, so we need to be vigilant and quick with our workings. Excellent. That driftwood pile has brought an incredible amount of wood. There we go. All that backlog's going to be... Oh, look at all the building materials we have now. Fantastic. Very, very good. All right, looks like it's going to take a lot of dirt in order to do the farming, so we'll need a deep diver to do anything like that. Let's go ahead and get another fisher down. Catches fish for your city. Let's go ahead and get another one. Let's see if we can produce it over here. Let's build a little bridge instead. Somebody withered away due to poor nourishment. Okay, we need to be cautious about that. That will happen. Sometimes you just simply don't have the resources to do everything. But now we've got all the materials in the world that we need, so let's find a food source. Is there an Arby's out here or something? That would be helpful. Let's see. Crates of resources. Kelp forest. There we go. That's what we wanted, boys. There we go. Kelp forest alert. Kelp forest alert. Food is on the way. All right, there we go. That's our Arby's we were looking for. So the fisher can actually gather from that too. So that's going to be really helpful. And I can't wait to see people on forums and things design the most efficient cities. There'll be people who like design them perfectly for the most utmost efficiency and things like that. There we go. All right, so we got 6 people rowing now as we're heading over to the kelp forest, and we'll get some more people on board soon enough too. And it looks like hunger is reduced from eating food. Quality food. Yeah, interesting. It looks like hunger is at 6%, but nourishment is at 46 and happiness is at 84. So I guess everybody's a little different. Well, food sources and a whale nearby. I don't know if we can actually gather whale meat from that. I don't know if that's a thing. But let's start gaining all that food. There we go. Woo! All right, dinner time, everybody. Finally. Nourishment is a thing. Yep. All right, there we go. Let's get back on board with what we're doing. Sometimes RNG, but I'm doing pretty good for what is essentially my first playthrough. I've not done anything except for the tutorial. And this is actually working out pretty good. We're going to jump over to that driftwood pile next. Looks like everybody's grabbing all that kelp. All the seaweed there. Very nice. Easily gathered but unsustainable food source that can be refined in medicine. Interesting. Very nice. Did somebody just jump overboard? Wow, I think we just saw somebody fall overboard just a moment ago. Interesting. You can actually see your people perish. Strange, but okay. Oh, that whale looks diseased. I don't know if we want to gather any food from that. We're gaining a ton of kelp. Ah, and 2 villagers were born. Excellent. And our nourishment has gone up a little bit, too. Oh, there we go. Back again. So we can only go 2 times speed for now. So it does take a while, but the kelp forest is being gathered as quickly as possible. Let's see if I can move it here so we can gather it from 2. Oh, the fisher needs to be constructed. That's interesting because the supplies that it needs are delivered, but nobody's actually working on construction yet. Although we do have 6 out of 6 specialists. Oh, looks like they're trying to bring the supply over now? No? Wow, we're just parked on top of this kelp forest and people are getting... Oh, good. We went like from 46 to 52. So there we go. Some improvement there. Very nice. Yes. We can't keep everybody alive and things out here are brutal as we've got, of course, options to eat people off, literally off of rafts. So that's kind of cool. Floating crates are everywhere here. I wonder if there's weather that will come along. I wonder if we'll see some very turmoil weather that will be crazy. All right, 2 more villagers born. Very good. I wonder if once they're born, they're immediately put to work. I don't really see any children here, so I wonder if that just means that they're old enough now to work. I'm not entirely certain. I think this kelp forest is gone now. Yep, it's gone. Okay, so population's at 18. Nourishment went up to 55. Not bad. We need to get lucky and find some more of those. Let me build another platform here so people can walk past that building there and get to the fishery. Looks like there's a few places for us to trade with as well, but that's not a concern at the moment. Not too much we can trade with that's really valuable. Very interesting. Alright, I think the next good thing to go with might be a maybe a deep diver so we can get a farm going. A greenhouse, if you will. So that's quite affordable, actually. There we go, let's put a deep diver there. Gathering some more resources. So the deep diver will gather dirt, and we can build some greenhouses now. And it looks like we can grow that from nothing, so we must have seeds on board. So let's build our greenhouses next. We do want to keep them away from the smelter there, flammable. So it might be a good idea to just put it over here. There we go. Now we can start getting some more sustainable food sources and do things right. Driftwood pile still being gathered from. 125 metal, that's great. We just need wood now, which you'd think would be super plentiful. But the driftwood pile was depleted. Alright, I don't even think I'm going to try to trade with those cities because I don't think they're going to have much that we want. But we can try. Let's see how the trade works. And we'll see if we can get some more people on our city too. Alright, the deep diver is built. And the greenhouse is going up soon. As soon as the dirt is delivered, we should have the rest of it, so hopefully the deep diver does his job. And let's do some trading. Let's see, what do you guys got? Meat, looks like we can trade a few things. Let's put some things up for trade value. Oh, looks like we have water too. Let's try to trade like 25 and maybe 20 here. And let's see how much some of this stuff is. Meat is worth 10. Wow, that's expensive. But I don't want to see our people die anymore, so let's do that. There we go. Looks like they're also selling us grains, which we then have to refine into flour, so we will need to build a mill next. Looks like they've got quite a few wanted resources, too. Let's go over to this other one. And we can now leave. There we go. Alright, now we got food. Very good. And hopefully nutrition skyrockets. Careful there. There we go. And we just need some more people to join us. I wonder if we can recruit from certain areas. They want whale. Oh, I could trade from the next door neighbors and see if we can get some whale. Let's do that. Let's actually go back over here. We're literally trading just feet away. That's hilarious. Alright, hi there. I noticed you guys had whale. Let's go ahead and buy some of that. Ooh, that's expensive. Let's trade all of our water. Seems like we can continue to make that. But it seems like a pretty valuable resource. Let's trade 40. There we go. That's close enough. How about a kelp? Nope. Meat is 10, right? Okay, let's try to trade one more water. That's close enough. Alright, now let's trade with these guys. So they wanted whale. Oh, that doesn't give us nearly enough. It was just the same number. I got baited! But they do have wood on board, so that's good. So let's go ahead and trade for all the wood in the world. There we go, that's good enough. Okay, so even though it's a wanted resource, it didn't seem like they wanted to pay too much. We need some more employees. Let's go find ourselves a raft. And also continue to gather basic resources on our well. Oh god. What does this mean? Uh-oh. I've not seen this before. Storm inbound. Do we have to avoid it? How does it work? Oh boy. This is gonna be bad. Oh, there it is. Whoa, stay away from that. It's coming right for us, Captain. Oh boy. Out of its way. Left, 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 go, go, go. Oh! It hit the fisher. Wow. Luckily, we've got another one of those built or building, right? Oh yeah, we do have another one. Whew. Okay, that was close. So essentially, it'll just fly over your vessel and then zap you. A destructive storm is coming. Yeah, it sure did. Our people's nourishment went way up. Good job, everybody. We need to keep on that, though. We need some more fish, and we need some more people to help work some of these jobs. I feel like we could trade water all day. Where's our evaporator? Producing resources. Get to it. Alright, another villager is born. Population's up to 20. Wow, there's like nothing out here. Destroyed ship. We can gather scrap from that. But we've got good enough metal for now. Alright, let's see. Can we build this yet? Oh, looks like we're at 9 out of 40. Let's build our mill next. How much will that be? Oh, that's actually quite affordable. Too bad I can't place it where I put some of the platforms before. Kind of annoying. Sea Trade Federation ship has been spotted on the horizon. Okay. Accept docking request. Let's see what they want. Where are they? Oh, there they are. Oh, wow, you guys are still... Oh, wow. Hello. Let's come to a stop. Alright, we're going to do some trading. There we go. Wow, cool. Very nice. The Voss Romble. What do you guys need? I've produced some water. I feel like this is going to be the easiest thing for us to make, since all we got to do is just have enough of these. I would like some more bread, please. And meat. Crude oil seems good. Dirt is rather affordable. That's dirt, right? Yep. Okay, let's go for... Ah, darn, it's hard for me to get a good trade. Let's try some more dirt and trade another water. There we go. Thanks, guys. Cool. So we can get traded with at random. Very nice. Alright, good. Food is back on board. And improving. Excellent. Nourishment is going way up. Excellent. Just need a little bit of RNG on our side of random trading and random discoveries in the ocean. We now need some people to get that backlog improved upon, but I don't see anybody around. We'll have to keep hoping and waiting and wishing that they come in. I'm loving this game so far. The graphics are quite nice, and the idea of building like a city, a survivor city that essentially you move the city around rather than moving people around the city is really good. Oh, only 2 metal needed for that. Good. Yeah, this is really cool. Hopefully our deep diver gathers some more dirt soon. Oh, we got 12 wood from that. Excellent. And we have a destroyed ship over here where we can gather more... Oh, it's crude oil. Let's go ahead and grab some of that. We have 600 storage in our main town center before we have to build more, so that's a good move. Let's see. Well, let's go ahead and try to gather some crude oil from this. Don't be so crude. Well, it has to be. And we need some more... Oh, driftwood pile. Driftwood would be important. It's the fuel source for our evaporator and a few other things. So we'll do this. Gather crude oil first. I like how it says city movement stopped to prevent collision, but it's like, it seems like it collides. Ah, the mill was completed. Excellent. And now we just need the greenhouse to be completed once the deep diver has finished gathering soil. 40 is quite a bit. But I need some more people to work some jobs too. So our goal now is wood and people. Wooden people, like Pinocchio? No. But there are whales here, so that's interesting. I don't see any more rafts. Too bad I plowed into that one. My bad. I didn't mean to do it. I promise I didn't mean it. Okay, we're gathering a bit of crude oil. Let's see what it says here. Rare barrels of oil that can be processed into gasoline at the refinery, gathered by the deep diver. So the deep diver does have a chance to gain crude oil, but if we find a destroyed ship like this, it'll be great. Great resource. And also we're gathering scrap too, which is being turned into metal. So that's helpful. Alright, greenhouse. We certainly need to trade more for dirt. So that's another thing. So we need dirt and we need more people. Nourishment, nice, 73%. But we're going to have some hard times soon enough if we're not careful. Alright, that's enough metal scrap from there. Let's go grab some wood now. And let's look around for people. There's also large cities that we can trade with too that might come around from nowhere. We can recruit people from those cities and have them board us and be a part of our team. Though I think we need to offer them something for the trade. So there you go. Hey, population's now 25. Good job. Very good. Our first big achievement here, big goal, completed. There seems to be like 8 or 10 people sitting around. We're idle right now. Let's build some more deep divers. However, whenever we move, it does take, I believe, the amount of mass times people. So if you have, unless you have a motor. So if you have 12 people or 12 buildings in your city, you then need 12 people to move the city. So sometimes it's good not to expand and build until you've got a bigger population too. So hopefully we can move the city. Let's get another deep diver going so we can build some more farms faster. Love the music. I feel very accomplished. Alright, let's see. I want to find some more people. I don't see any rafts or anything around. Oh, looks like we didn't finish with the deep diver pile. Sometimes it's hard to tell when your city's literally over it. Alright, 2 more villagers have been born. Now we're starting to pick up speed. In the economy, at least. Looks like there's a bunch of resources over there. Alright, the greenhouse should be completed in no time. I think I want to build another one of those. There we go. Hopefully it puts the resources into the first one first. But we'll see. Alright, 12 wood is washed up on the smelter. Ah, good. Some more trading over here. Perfect. And how are we doing with water? 52. Very good. That seems to be a very good resource to trade. Whoa, trash pile out of nowhere. The great thing about water is that it's, so long as you have wood, it goes right into the evaporator, and that's really profitable that way. Ah, good. Our first greenhouse. Now farming is going. Excellent. And we're starting to gather wood from the trash pile, too. Very nice. Alright, so we have a mill. Now we need a bakery, don't we, in order to turn the flour into bread. So we should build that, too. That does require water, but bread is a very good resource. It's hard for me to tell if we're still on that resource or if it hasn't disappeared yet. The trash pile, that is. Oh, there it is. Very good. Yeah, we're gathering a lot of random things through the trash pile. We do need to increase nutrients, though. But the trading post might provide to be quite fruitful for us. Plus, we can trade crude oil. I feel like we'll find that a lot more in the future. Trash pile's been depleted. All right, let's head over to the trading post. We'll see if we can find a city. I think the city's name is Horkut or something like that, or Horkson or something like that. And it's quite legendary, a legendary city, as they say. So we can trade with other cities as they float around too. It's just one big ocean. It's hard to find. Everybody. All right, let's trade with you. What do you guys have for us? Oh, what is that? Blubber? Oh, that's no good. Well, we have flour. That's good, but we'll need a bakery up and running for that. Well, they do have some seaweed for us. So let's trade for water. And let's trade for a flour. All right, that's good. Fine. Okay, very good. So now we have some flour, too. And now we have some food, some kelp for a while. Alright, let's zoom around and look for more. I want some more survivor rafts. Just so we can have some extra hands working while we're traveling. We're usually always traveling unless we stop to gather resources at a big pile. So it's like we should always be moving unless we encounter a large resource deposit. Like, for example, the destroyed ship. But that would just give us a scrap metal, which we can then refine into regular metal. And there should be a way to turn these buildings off, too. So, for example, if you have enough metal, you can just do that. Oh, somebody actually got scurvy. Oh. Swashbuckling tragedy. Wow, that wood just gets immediately gobbled up, doesn't it? We need to go for more driftwood piles and make sure we fully deplete them then in the future. But our people will immediately grab stuff that washes up and start working. Wow, we almost have enough for another greenhouse. Good. Greenhouse is producing. And we've got 6 grains already produced with 13 flour. Great. It's working. We just need the 60 wood for the bakery. Ooh, that's expensive. And it'll probably need wood as well to continue to function. But once we've got that bakery up, we've got basic food going. So that's good. Give me another driftwood, please. And we're backlogged with jobs for sure. There's the driftwood pile. Let's go up there. Go plop down right on top of that. Plop, plop. 27 people in the city. Glory to Raptoria down below in that comment section. Let's get this bakery done, and we will call it a day, boys. We got a few more things to deliver in order for it to be done. And it looks like we also need some more plastic, which we can get by going through junk. And junk can be gathered mostly at a ship, I think. And that's processed into plastic from the recycler. So that's good. Alright, come on over, everybody. Well, luckily we got water. Ah, I see. So for every 6 grain, it can then start producing flour. So every time we get to 6 grains, then the mill can actually start producing flour. That's why we need that bakery, son. Get that bakery done, we won't have to worry about food as much. There we go. Seems like it's got a plus now. Very good. And with more of these, we could gather faster, but all that driftwood was important to find. And it's still probably not going to be enough. As you can see, it immediately zeroes out. Wood's not even lasting long enough to display for very long, since it's being brought over to like the bakery or to the greenhouses for construction or whatnot, or to the smelter, which is producing resources now from all that scrap. I will stay put for a little while. 25 out of 60, so we're almost, we're about halfway there. There we go, 32 now. Oh, wow, look at all that wood. Driftwood piles are awesome. Come on, please let us get enough in order to make this thing complete. I bet you will be short by 1. That's how it always goes for me. We'll see how it goes. 51, 54, so it looks like each person carries 3 resources. Uh-oh, someone starved to death. No, we're working on it, I promise. We're making improvements. Our city is getting better each day. And the bakery has been built, which means 31 flour can be turned into bread now. So it looks like we also need some more wood for that. Is this resource, looks like it... Oh, it's still there. Okay, it's alright. It's alright. Just zoom back into this position. 2 more villagers born. Now, finally, the driftwood pile is completed. Alright, so now we should have enough to... So now we constantly need water and wood in order to produce flour, and of course to produce water too, because we need to use the wood in order to evaporate things. Alright, and our city's getting real big now. We're going to start moving slower. So I need to go rescue some people. Or wait till they're born, and then they can work on the city. Whales over there, crude oil ship. Sunken Brewery. What is the Sunken Brewery? Is that where we're going to get more beer? Oh boy, Sebastian hallucinated and fell overboard due to lack of food. Oh. Well, we're solving the food problem now. The bakery is producing. And for every 5 flour, 5 water, and 5... oh, there it goes. I think we just made our first food. Is that ding meaning done? I hope so. Well, let's get back on board now with the food. I can definitely, on a second playthrough, do a lot better on this one. I can see where I can make a lot of improvements into knowing what to build first and what to go for. Although sometimes you do have to change what you build based off the resources you're being provided. But I think our city's off to a great start. And it looks beautiful, too. I can't wait until we get attacked or something like that and have to, like, fend off the attackers. We are, oh yeah, we're losing people quickly. We're almost up to 30. Alright, but at least food is now going to be provided. The bakery was producing food. Somebody apparently went on break. Come on now, I'll break your legs. You get back to work now. See if we can find a kelp farm or something like that to hold us over. Not the best thing in the world, but I think the sunken brewery might be a good thing to lift people's spirits. Will keep people happiness up. I think also beer might provide some sort of a beverage that replenishes villagers' happiness. Requires fresh water and grains produced at brewery. Well, maybe happiness will help to increase efficiency with the lack of people we have. So let's try something. The sunken brewery. There we are. Drink the sea water, gather and refine. High proof alcohol. Well, let's just gather and refine. Although I can't really refine it at the moment. We don't have a brewery ourselves. Not entirely sure. Creates a resources. Trash pile. Ooh, what's up there? Another trash pile? Trash is a bunch of random stuff. Uh-oh. There's a school of fish. Oh boy, now we got pirates. I don't think we can outrun them. Let's try to go for the school of fish, though. We'll get food back up and running. Population went from 25 down to 20. We're losing people left and right. And here comes the pirates, just like from Waterworld. Awesome, dude. Look at their sweet boats. Dude, that is cool. Well, we have no way to defend ourselves. So let's see what they end up taking. Or what they do. Oh no, wow, they just kill everybody. Oh, and they're lighting everything on fire. Wow. Oh, that's epic. Look at how cool that... Wow, the fire really looks good. Are they carrying fish? That guy is like swinging around a fish. Oh, that is over, boys. GG. That is awesome. Alright, what could we have done to defend ourselves? Guardhouse. Trains guards that defend against invading forces. Alright. So I should have gathered some more food quickly so that way our population could have stayed and succeeded to past 30. And then we could have built a guardhouse. But who knows? I could have gotten the best or the worst RNG ever. That is epic, man. Alright. Yeah, it looks like they're going to finish everybody off and burn the whole place down. I don't even know if they're taking anything. They're just burning things down. Fires are being put out, though. Wow, population went from like 20 to 30. Invasion summary. Total pirates, 18. Resources lost, 166. Villagers lost 10. Yeah, no kidding. Oh, and then they just leave? Wow. Alright, let's go for the school of fish. I think we might be able to salvage the situation, to be honest. If we get enough food. Now that we have less people and we have all the jobs to produce basic resources, we might be able to do it. As long as that bakery gets put out. Here, let's stop ourselves. There we go, bakery's out. Alright, let's go for the school of fish. Is it out? It sounds like it's on. Oh, it is on fire. Yeah. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Alright, population is starting to increase. Couldn't we do it? I think we can. Let's park over this bakery building. They took a ton of our metal. Those jerks. There's one thing I was hoping I didn't have to do. Alright, everybody. Well, if you want to see more of this game, I would be happy to do a full playthrough starting next time. We'll start with maybe episode 1. If you want to see more, click or tap that like button, not only to support me and the channel and the indie games, but also to support indie developers. So that way everything's not owned by EA, which would be an absolute nightmare. Everything would be a microtransaction to unlock fishing or something like that. So, alright, everybody. I will see you next time for more. Go ahead and click or tap that like button, and we'll start from episode 1 next time. If you think it's cool, we'll go and do a full playthrough. So show your support. I like this game, and I've got a lot to improve upon now that I've gotten some practice in. So thanks for watching. Thanks for cheering me on, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.